guys, it's Rachel. What's up? Welcome back. Hope you're all having a great week so far and that maybe you're enjoying your spring break. I'm currently on spring break this week and I'm so happy. I really wanted some time to work on filming some videos, especially since I know that next quarter is going to be a relatively heavy one. I'm taking calculus and machine language and a kind of like Stanford requirement class. But from what I've heard, machine language just is the worst and it just makes you sit in the library at like 2 a.m. and cry. So that's gonna be a good time and I'm looking forward to that. I know that was sarcasm. I am looking forward to the challenge, but at the same time, I'm trying to like be happy too. So we'll see how that goes. Cross your fingers for me. But on a lighter note, today we are making some adorable, light, fluffy, crispy waffles. Check out that transition. These are so good. And a little story behind this waffle recipe. This is the recipe that my mom uses, and she used to make waffles every single Sunday for us. And so it was always like such a treat to wake up on Sunday morning and smell waffles baking downstairs. And then I would drench them in like maple syrup and butter and just like stuff my face on Sunday mornings, and it was so good. That and eating corned beef hash is probably like my favorite childhood memories. But as you can probably tell, I love this recipe. It makes super fluffy, light, crispy waffles. So I hope you guys enjoy. And before we get started, make sure you tap that subscribe button and turn on those notifications as well. And now without further ado, let's hop right into it. One last thing though, really quick plug. I'm in the latest issue of Girls Life magazine, which I can't even believe. I was such a huge fan of Girls Life growing up. I used to read it cover to cover. And so to be in the latest issue was just so exciting. And of course, it's all thanks to you guys and all of your support. So thank you so much. You guys are seriously the best. And if you're interested in picking up the issue, it's available wherever magazines are sold. And now without further ado, let's go make some waffles. First of all, here is our mini waffle maker. This thing is so tiny and so adorable. I got it from Urban Outfitters. I tried to rip off the sticker with minimal success there, but I think it was like $10 or $15. Not that expensive, and I'll leave a link to one over on the blog post. But you can see this thing is like the size of the palm of my hand, and I have pretty small hands. So if you like miniature things or miniature waffles, or you like waffles, or I don't know, you like buying stuff, I recommend picking it up. And now let's move on to our waffle batter. It's super simple. This is that same recipe that my mom used to make every single Sunday. They taste like warm, fluffy, crispy nostalgia. It's so good. It starts off by separating 2 eggs, and if you haven't separated eggs before, it's really easy. You just kind of crack it on the side of the bowl, and then you're gonna pass the yolk back and forth between the shells until you either have all the whites in your bowl or the yolk starts to break, in which case you're just gonna quickly dump that into the other bowl. But it's all good though. Just keep in mind that it's better to have a little bit of the egg white in the egg yolk rather than the egg yolk in the egg white. And that's just because if you have any yolk in the whites, they're not gonna whip up properly. And then back to our egg yolks. I'm just gonna add in 1.5 cups of milk. So go ahead and pour that all in. And then we're going to add in 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. I'm just using some plain old canola oil here, but if you want to, you could try using coconut oil or avocado oil. I know is a thing now. I haven't personally tried those, but it might be good and maybe like incrementally healthier. I don't know. It's still waffles. But once you have that all combined, you're just going to add in 2 cups of flour along with 2 tablespoons of sugar, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Then just grab your electric mixer and go ahead and get that all combined. There might be some lumps in it, but that's totally fine. It's kind of just the nature of pancake or waffle batter. Then once that's all combined, you're just going to add in your egg whites and just fold that all through. You want to be really gentle here so you don't deflate the batter. We want nice fluffy cloud-like waffles and not like little flat pancake waffles. Now I'm pancakes. Okay, moving on, we're just going to make our rainbow of colors now. If you think about how the waffle's gonna look, you'll realize you need a lot more pink than purple, and to figure out exactly how much, I could have done a whole bunch of math with like circumference and pi and taken some integrals and derivatives and gone nuts with it. But my favorite math technique is a little thing called guesstimating, so I went ahead and did that and it turned out pretty well, so I'll leave those measurements over on the blog post. But for instance, you'll need 1.5 cups of pink batter, and you can see I'm just placing that into a piping bag. Then you'll want to color 3/4 cups of your batter orange, and the really cool thing is that you can color this in the same bowl as the pink, and in fact, you can color all of them in the same bowl, because who wants to wash like 6 different dishes? And the reason why it works is because a little bit of pink and orange doesn't make a big difference, and if you add a little bit of orange to yellow, you get kind of a golden color. When you add yellow to green, you get chartreuse, and so on. It just works out super well for both your color scheme and for your dishes and water conservation efforts. One of my favorite tips. And now here are all of our beautiful colors, which means it's time to make our waffles. So I have our miniature waffle maker preheated and ready to go, and you'll want to start off by piping in the purple dot and then pipe a blue ring around that, and then just keep going and roy-ji biv it, or I guess it's like the opposite order, so it's like bivji roy. That's not what it is. But you get the idea. You're just going to reverse rainbow order that and then let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. And check it out, we have a gorgeous rainbow waffle. This is so cool. And in case you're wondering, I did try doing roy-ji biv in the regular order, but it doesn't really work out. I find that the pink and the orange get a little bit too browned, so it doesn't look that vibrant. So I recommend doing the reverse rainbow order. The only thing that I've noticed is that these waffles come out a little bit soft. I like them nice and crispy on the outside, and if you also like nice crispy waffles, I recommend toasting them either in the toaster oven or just in an oven at 350 degrees and just bake it or toast it for about 2 to 3 minutes until it gets nice and crisp. Then once those are ready, just cut them in half with a sharp knife and you can see those vibrant colors on the inside. And then the decoration is really easy. Just grab 2 chocolate chips and stick those in for the eyes, and then grab some more melted chocolate to pipe on these smile. And that's all there is to it. I recommend serving them up with some whipped cream, and that'll look kind of like clouds. And my favorite toppings are butter and syrup, just really classic. I love maple syrup. I like them like pretty drenched. Even watching this is making me so hungry right now. But these are so good, nice and fluffy and crispy on the outside. And with that syrup and the butter, it just adds so much flavor. Oh my gosh. I could probably eat waffles for like every single meal, like savory ones or sweet ones, or I don't know. I like waffles. Okay, this is ending on a really profound note, but I hope you guys enjoy the recipe, and now that our waffles are finished, let's hop into the outro. Alright guys, so that is our rainbow waffles, and I hope you all enjoyed. And by the way, if you are not subscribed already, then make sure you tap that button. You can also follow me on social media at kawaiisweetworld. My last video is linked right down there, and the blog post is right up there for the recipe. And I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all back here very soon. Bye guys!